Hello everyone, Camero Tank here, and we're back with another review. Today's review is on the Plarail Mugen train. So let's get started. Yeah, I'm actually doing something that's not Thomas related for once. How crazy is that? So, I have wanted this pack for a long time, ever since this was really announced. And, started really getting into Plarail. I love when Plarail makes, obviously, Plarail doesn't just make Thomas stuff, they make real life trains and stuff, and I love when they combine pretty much two of my favorite things together, Thomas and anime. Well, trains and anime, actually, sorry, my bad. But this is a fun pack, and I got this for a great price, and you never guess where I got this from. So I actually bought this off of AliExpress for about a little under 30 bucks. Might have been like maybe a little over 30, I don't know, I think if you include shipping and taxes and whatnot. But and I'm glad that I got a good deal on this, because like this can retail on eBay or like be drop ship, like given import fees or just people drop shipping this and whatnot for like upwards of $100. Like very impressed with what you get. I do have a couple of nitpicks with this pack, but they're small nitpicks and they're kind of understandable for what they are. So this is actually technically the Chinese version of the set, where all the text is in Chinese, obviously. The Plarail logo is different. Just stuff on the back with instructions, installation, and whatnot, and character bios all in Chinese. I mean, this makes sense because they come from China, because it's from AliExpress. But yeah, let's get cracking into this, shall we? So here's everyone out of the box. So as you can see here, you have the Mugen train itself, a passenger coach, and then the play kids. So let's actually just get into the play kids figures real quick. So you have Rengoku, Inosuke, Zenitsu, Nezuko, and Tanjiro. Here's where my first sort of mild critique nitpick comes into play. And it's the fact that, well, yes, you do get a lot of play kids in this pack. I wish they included at least one of the villains, be it Enmu or Akaza. Like, preferably Enmu, considering how, and spoilers by the way for a 5-year-old movie, but if you're watching this, you probably have seen Demon Slayer, but I mean, spoilers ahead. Akaza, wait, sorry, not Akaza. Enmu is mostly the main villain for the most part, who, well, during the events of the train ride at least, he does infiltrate the train, and there's a huge battle on top of the train. In fact, both Enmu and Akaza are featured as acrylic figures in the Captain Plarail set. But again, I get probably they had enough budget for like 5 figures, so they probably just want to do like the main heroes, the main 4 plus Rengoku. But I do wish I had Akaza, especially since Akaza literally does become merges with the Mugen train and becomes the Mugen train at the climax of the movie. It would be really nice, especially if it came with a second coach with the with Enmu's like tentacles or whatever, like absorbing the coach or whatever. And that was also reflected in the Capsule Plarail set as well. But again, I get it. This follows a typical Plarail fashion, where it's usually 3 pieces of a train plus whatever accessories there may be. However, there is something interesting about the Mugen train I would like to get into, but I gotta say, the Demon Slayer art style does not translate that well to the play kids. I mean, look at this. Like, wow, these faces are uncanny. Because, I mean, Demon Slayer has like a distinct art style where characters have like these very, very like intricate eye colors. Like my Nezuko has very loose joints, so she loves to fall over. Okay, falling over. But like, bro, look at Rengoku. Oh my god, he wants to fucking kill someone. And you have Inosuke, who looks like he just looks weird, and his pecs look like boobs. Nezuko is looking deep into my soul. Cat's running around doing random shit. And then, I mean, you have Tanjiro. Tanjiro looks fine, just looks like he's seen some shit. But, yeah, so let's just get these guys out of the way. let's look at a passenger coach real quick. So this is the same old Japanese coach or tooling they use. I believe this might have special. I think this might be specially made. I don't know, but it looks like you can fit the figures on the roof. Let me see real quick. Yeah, so you can fit characters on the roof, so you can recreate most of the scenes on the train, at least. Well, I mean, sans Akaza or Enmu. I keep saying Akaza. Akaza technically wasn't even on the train. More Enmu, since, you know, Tanjiro and Rengoku and Inosuke mostly fought on top of the train. But I love the chocolate brown color they use, and especially the detail of the wit coach being simulated inside with the passengers. They look to be same old. I can't tell if the kids are on the train or not, but now you can see like a conductor. But let's get into the man of the hour, shall we? The Mugen train itself. I love this like shiny black this guy has, and I love like just the white running board, or, you know, foot plate that kind of just like, you know, brings it all together in a sort of way. It actually does have gray side rods, which you know, I just pull another Plarail engine for reference. Can't tell if my lighting or not, but I think, yeah, the side rods are actually gray in comparison, you know, the typical white side rods of most Plarail items, which is very interesting. Another thing, the tender is permanently attached to the Mugen train itself, which is also interesting, akin to the early Plarail engines, where, you know, if there were tender engines, they were mostly attached to their tender, like some of the early Thomas characters, which is interesting. Like, look how dinky this little tender is. I kind of wish the other Thomas characters, at least characters like short tenders like Gordon, James, or Henry, had stuff like this. That would have been really cool. That one counts like a third car, you know, like, I'm like, you know, James, now this James is a poor example since some modern player release. And again, so is this, because this came out in 2021, if I'm correct. Either 2020 or 2021. I can't remember. In terms of other details, the smoke box door hinge, whatever, the handle, the wheel, it's painted in a nice silver. And then the nameplate, which actually reads Mugen in kanji, which literally translates to infinity. So yeah, I mean, if I had a nickel for every time there was a fictional locomotive referred to as the Infinity Train, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't much, but, you know, it's strange that it happened twice. And then in terms of that other sticker detailing of the cab windows, and then an unprinted nameplate, which is actually accurate to the train. If I'm correct, I might be wrong. But I love the Mugen train's basis. I believe it is based on the Japanese government railway 8620, if I'm correct, which is actually historically accurate to the series' time frame. Because Demon Slayer is set during Taisho era Japan, and these steam engines commonly ran during that time frame. Another funny tidbit, and if you know your timelines, you know that the Taisho era lasted from about 1912 to 1926. And you know what else was happening during that time? This little bastard, canonically in the Railway series at least, his life was getting started. So, meaning, while literal deaths were happening on this train and people were fighting for their lives on this train, Thomas was just living his life as a station pilot at Vapor and stuff. Very, very interesting, being dragged across the island by Gordon. So yeah, what else? Some weird information that's like obviously tell me to unscrew it. I think that's Japanese. I think that's Japanese actually. But yeah. Anyways, let's get into the running session, shall we? Alright, let's head back to the review table for our final thoughts. So, what I think of this item? Well, I do love it. As you could probably see in the running session, something's a little off with my copy. And I mean that in a serious manner, as like, it doesn't want to run too well. I mean, as someone who loves anime, and I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Demon Slayer fan. I mean, I've read most of the manga, and most of the manga, not the anime, but I know what happens. I do recommend this just for anyone who loves Japanese trains in real life, trains in general, or anime in general. Really, I think it's a nice thing, and I love when Plarail makes stuff based on anime. Like, I do really want that upcoming Galaxy Express 999 real class release. That looks really fun. But if you saw in the running session, this guy just doesn't run well. You see here, he like skips a beat, and I don't know if the gears or anything just seems to be lubricated, but it really impacted performance in the running session on a very simple layout. Yes, I mean, while I did use Trackmaster 2 track, and that's not really well designed for these types of things, especially Plarail items and whatnot. I don't own any Tommy track, so it didn't feel as, authentic in a sense. But I gotta say, it is really nice. And actually, this Express coach is in fact exclusive to this release, just so it has little spots to slot figures and whatnot. One other thing I forgot to mention earlier is a problem I noticed with the packaging. So here is the bubble where everything was contained in this, where the coach was, the engine itself was, where the play kits were, and then there's this huge gap in the box. There's absolutely nothing beneath it. Oh wait, let's strip it. But if you look here, there's absolutely nothing beneath it. So I feel like there could have been room for an additional coach or an additional figure, i.e. the maybe a coach with Enmu's tentacles or whatnot, or an Enmu figure, or hell, even a Kaza. But still, I think this is a nice release, and I get it's typical Plarail fashion, where it's a train, a cargo car, be it a tender or a second piece of rolling stock, and then the other rolling stock deck are just 3 pieces, so to speak, the train and 2 other cars. But yeah, I think that's about it for me. I do like this a lot, and if you do ever find this for a good price, I do recommend it. Obviously, it's probably just a me problem, and it's probably just this thing needs lubrication. But if any of the Plarail aficionados are watching, know any solutions to this, please let me know. Any advice is appreciated. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next review, where we will take a look at some 2026 merchandise. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out and goodbye.